Just know the difference. You see, I write this stuff for experience. Everything I write is for people to have breakthroughs and people to have the experience of what I'm writing. It's just people don't. And they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference between having concept about what I'm writing and the experience of what I'm writing. So when you read it, get the experience. And the experience is a completely different world. It's a completely different world than the concept. You know, it's kind of like, you know, if you have the concept of me running you through with a sword, and you go, yeah, I have the concept, but running you through with a sword is very different, isn't it? That's a very different world. It's like, oh, yeah, no, my concept didn't quite match this. And I left out the big owie here. Oh, and this kind of faint feeling and the life leaving my body. I left all that out. I didn't get that. And the reality of it, you know? Whatever, I don't know. It's like the concept, I say, of jumping. And these are lame compared to what I'm really talking about. See, the concept of jumping in the pool versus jumping in the pool. See, you can understand what it's like to jump in the pool. You understand, oh yeah, it's going to be like, you know, colder, water wet, all that kind of, you understand that. But that's totally different than the experience you have when you jump in the pool. It's a different domain. See, and those the only reason I have to use something like that, see, so that you can understand the concept. Because you've had those experiences. Well, not to run through the sword, but you can imagine that. It's different, you're saying? But you haven't had the experience of like, what is language? You haven't had the experience like, you know, what is guilt? See, you haven't had the experience of, you know, whatever we're talking about. See, the nature of integrity. So you haven't had that as an experience. So understanding it is the booby prize. See? That's like, I understand the English language. I can follow an argument. Whoopee shit for you. See, and for the most part, that's all you've had to do in your life, you know, when it comes to learning. See, you can follow the argument. I can memorize the instructions, so I can push the button, switch the lever. Good, whoopee-doo. I can follow the instructions. I can hear and understand what the teacher's saying, so that when the test comes, I'm smart enough so I can get the answer to the test is what the teacher said, and I fill that in, or whatever it is, you know, or choose the right box, whatever you're doing, and I can get a grade. Good. Whoopee shit. But you see, you never are taught to experience anything, which is sad. Can you imagine the Zen body being taught in schools for physical education, with the difference that would be? See, there'd be a whole different world and relationship to body and to investigation and to learning.